2020 was a awkward year. Now, I know you hear most YouTubers say that, but it really has been. Who could have expected this corona? I can't say that. Who could have expected this pandemic to happen? Like, no one could have expected that in this quarantine to happen. But the thing is, if you think 2020 was like one of the worst years of your life, then you can't blame anybody but yourself. Let me tell you why. Alright guys, so what's up YouTube? It's your boy Dan from DTB TV. Now, I don't do a lot of these like videos where I just like talk about things, like where I talk about like just like stuff on my mind, that kind of stuff. But I just want to try it in this video. So, let's talk about it. So, 2020, a lot of people say it was a really bad year. And I can see how people think it was a bad year, but I feel like 2020 was just a year of how you wanted, of how, like, let's just say we have two people, alright? Person A, they sat at their house, did nothing for the whole year because of this coronavirus. They didn't do anything, they just kept watching videos, kept playing games, and then eventually they got super tired of all that, and then they just got depressed. Like, they got a little bit under pressure because they couldn't go see their friends, they couldn't do anything they wanted to, right? Now let's go on to person B, right? Person B, they at first they were, you know, just playing games, watching TV, but then they wanted to like learn like a new skill. So instead of sitting and playing the game all day or just sitting and watching a TV, they learned new skills. They learned how to golf. They learned how to like work out better. They learned how to eat better, or stuff like that. Those two people are gonna have a really different outlook on how 2020 went. In the comment below, I want y'all to tell me how was 2020 for y'all? Not for everybody else, but how was 2020 for you personally? Because personally, 2020 was one of the best years of my life. And you know what? I know that's crazy to say, but it was though. But it was, cause look, I got way more healthier. I started doing this YouTube thing. I got like I don't know how many subs, but like I got a pretty good amount of subs in like a certain amount of time, so that was pretty good. I just started to like learn how to do things that I didn't know how to do. I know a lot of people that just took 2020, they said, well, I can't go out with my friends, I can't do any stuff that I really want to do, so I'm just gonna sit home and pout all day. It's like, okay, I understand 2020 might not have been the best year, but you could have made it a really amazing year. 2020 was, to me, like, how, like, 2020 was an amazing year for me. 2020 as a whole year wasn't a good year, because like we lost like a lot of people, like Chadwick Boseman, and just like many other like artists or like social media influencers, I guess you would say, and just like many people lost like their like family members due to the virus, right? I can understand why then 2020 would be like a bad year for you, but it's just like, again, you had to make 2020, like 2020 put you in a terrible situation, but you had to make it like work, because like you can't just blame 2020 for being like, oh well, the pandemic happened, so therefore I can't work out. Oh, the pandemic happened, so I can't learn new things. The pandemic happens, so I'm just sit home and do none of that kind of stuff. You're just looking for an excuse not to do anything really. So it's like, I don't even know, but just like so many people, especially like when New Year's happened, they'd be like, new year, new me, and that kind of stuff. But really, it's not gonna be a new year, a new you. It's just the hype around it. Because if you really want to do a new if you really want to do a new you, then you would just start it today, right now, today. What a lot of people like to do is they be like, you know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna start eating correctly. Tomorrow I'm gonna start working out. Tomorrow I'm gonna start doing a YouTube channel. Tomorrow I'm gonna do something. See, it is always about tomorrow. But what about today? Why don't you start it today? They don't start it today because they don't want to start it today, because they don't have the energy to start it today. And then when tomorrow happens, they're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna start tomorrow. And so what happens is every tomorrow turns into another tomorrow. So when you say you're gonna start eating better on a Sunday, you'll say I'm gonna start eating better next Sunday, or the Sunday after that, or just like it keeps changing because you will always tell yourself in the future, I'm gonna start on a later date, but you don't want to start now. So yeah, so you don't want to start now. So at the end of the day, 2020 was a not so good year, but 2020 was what you made out of it. If you made 2020 a good year where you just like learn so many things, you just learn many things about yourself, you just like expanded your knowledge, you worked out, you got your health better, you just did something productive, then I'll say 2020 was a good year for you then. But if you just like sat home and just like whined about 2020, then of course 2020 is not going to be a good year. But that's your fault. You should have known. Even though I'm not in the best position, I can still do things to get to the position that I want to be, or progress, or like make progress on things. In the comments below, let me know how was 2020 for you. Not for anybody else. How was 2020 for you? Okay, now look. I know we lost a lot of people in 2020, but that doesn't really affect you. I'm just talking about how like 2020 did it make you a better person, a non-better person? Did it make you like think more about the people? Did it make you just like learn new things? Just let me know in the comments. I'll be very interested. But alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to my channel for more amazing content like this. Well, not like this, but just some more amazing content in 2K21. I was kind of slacking, but I'm gonna get